Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing great. And I am going to talk about Argon 8. And what I'm going to talk about is long envelopes because there's a lot of cool features that are in this 2.0 firmware update. There's MPE support, there's step sequencer, also a new gain system, so you can get this synthesizer to be nice and loud if you want to. But the one thing that I find that I use more than all of that stuff is the envelopes because they're like an integral part of sound design. So let's actually I want to make a long pad and show you why envelopes are cool and why it's important on a synthesizer like this because this synthesizer excels at ambient, like doing ambient evolving pads is one of the things that this is really strong at. So let's start off and let's build one from scratch, and then I'll load up one to show you that I made. So let's go ahead and do a knit, and let's hear it. Jeez. All right. All right, so that's just the regular old thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to brighten that up a little bit first. So let's just go a little bit towards a square. Let's do it, yeah. Ooh, saw wave's so loud. Let me see if I can. Yeah, we'll do something like that. There we go. That'll work. Okay, so you can hear, no, not a whole lot of decay there. So here's our amp envelope. So let's go ahead and add some, sorry, not decay, release. Let's add some release. Okay. And let's go ahead and add the maximum release that we can do. This was before firmware 2.0. Pretty long, not a super short envelope, but still, you wish it was longer. So they did it. So when the envelope picture is up here, what's kind of cool is you can just turn the page parameter to be able to get to it. Now you'll notice the lines on the top. So let me go to the bottom and do that again. So when the picture's on the screen and your line is on the bottom, that'll be right on the envelope. And then the last envelope is, or last setting is the exponential, which is the default. So let me go to the next one, which is snappy. Okay. Soft. And this one's about in the middle. Actually, I really like that one. This is linear. I know this is not the most exciting demonstration, but somebody out there is appreciating this. Okay, and that was exponential long, by the way. So that's a very long envelope. So there's two more types here. There's, three more. Snappy long, which is kind of in the middle again. Different curve, how it fades out. I mean, it's still there if you really listen, but it's straight out. This is soft long, which is my favorite. Very long. Apologize if this is boring. That's a long envelope. And then the last one is linear long. And just for thoroughness, we'll go ahead and do it. All right, so there you go. That was all of them. At least I just showed you. Now you can use that on attack, decay, and release and get really even longer envelopes. That's just on one of the stages. So another thing I want to mention is that when you use, there's filter, amplitude, and mod envelope. And when you're on one of those, again, if you turn this to the end, you'll get the type. What's cool is you can have a type, any of those can be on any of these three envelopes. You can mix and match, which is really cool. So you can have a snappy start, and then you can use a longer envelope for like modulation or something. So let's go ahead and let's take this crazy long. Let's use the one that I like on the amp envelope here is, I want soft long, because that one's crazy long. And let's do a shape kind of like that, if you can look at my... So let's just play with this. Bring the volume down slightly, and I'm also going to use an oscillator mod on here, which is one of the ones I like to use, which is Simplify 2. It just rounds things out, takes a little bit of the high edges off. I'm sure you can hear the difference there. Very long envelope. Let's add in I'm going to put just a little bit of oscillator mod so we can bring in this other guy. And let's just move him down an octave just to hear how it sounds. Here we go. It's quite a bit rougher, so let me go up an octave. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. It's almost like it sounds like a clarinet almost. So I'll play a couple chords with this. And now I'm going to load up one that I've done earlier, so one that sounds a little cooler with a little more work. You know, you can get something a little more like this. Right. So all that is it's, you know, it's a really simple patch, and yeah, I'll post this up because people always ask me if I'm going to post it. But basically, it's a lot of it is just this, you know, is the amp envelope itself. There's the amp envelope, and if I look at the setting here on this, I'm using soft long. Now I did a little bit of composing with this just because I was messing with it. It was fun. So the Digitac actually just came out with an update as well, and what it did is it added this element of probability, which is really fun with pads and things like this. So what I did was I put a bunch of different notes in a track, and then I turned the probability to 15%. So notes are just coming in, and then they're all blend together because they're super long because of the envelopes on this thing. So it's a really nice pairing to use these two together. So I'll just play that, and I'll mess with that, and then I'll say goodbye. So 1 second. All right, that's what you can do with long envelopes. Um, I know usually you don't take ambient and put beats to it, but I just put a rhythmic part of it because I was messing around, having fun. That's what when you have this stuff, you should mess around and have fun. All right, so thank you very much. If you have any questions, I will post that patch up there. If anybody has an Argon 8 and wants to check it out, I'll do that. So thanks a lot. Bye, everyone.